The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Crowd right. Ready.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A give running right, ETN.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But you look at this defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. And in order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did.
Home troops right. Let's go.
Herbert off of play action. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Set.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, go Lion. Go.
They'll run with ETN.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
The Bucs at 4-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Go.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Baylor tight. Go, hey, go, go, go. Set.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Let's go, let's go. Ready.
Now it's Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Go, go. Go, go.
A loss of 14 yards. Brings up third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Corliss Waitman now.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
No
score after one on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That good for 19 and a first down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Option handoff now to A-Chain. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Don't worry. No, we changed it. Yeah.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. A give left side. Here's A-Chain.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you can dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
He's got a man complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man, it's Palmer.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play action. It's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to do...
That's caught at the 25! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Hey, ram. Don't stop. Go.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bucs Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Hey, Alpha, what? No, we changed it.
H8 on 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. This is taken in by McBride.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Running right, here's H8.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Running left, it's H.A.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards to loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.A.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Report.
4th down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A give up the middle to H.A. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. H.A. on the counter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hey. 13.
3rd down. Here's H.A.
And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Go.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Palmer going to go in motion left.
Yo.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go ahead.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Zay Jones, 34 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Panthers 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
We're going orange. Let's go.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Crowd right.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
It's A-Chain on the give.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Change it.
They give to H8 on the option.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Let's go.
On the counter, ETN.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Hey, go line.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Herbert now.
Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Here's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
H.A. now up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
No, we changed it. Hey, come on.
Throwing is Jackson.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson.
That's complete to Palmer.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. Look at their every move in the book, Adam. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now Lamar changing the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Gay's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Let's go, man. Real hot.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. That's going to be caught. It's Chabot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Herbert on 1st down now. Into the hands of Ingram. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
21.
Throwing, Herbert.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A big play looming. on third down.
Hey, Kappa. Hey, go orange. 5-9.
Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, Ray. Baylor Tigers. Go.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
The drive will start with an option going left.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Jackson. He dumps it off to A-Chain.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Go. Hey, go Lion.
Herbert. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, so a spectacular start. One play, and they're up past the 40.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Herbert.
It's caught inside the 25. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans.